There are many organizations that were watching closely and expecting this outcome from the Supreme Court.
Danielle Miskell is standing by at a rally in downtown Lexington. She spoke with organizations on both sides of this issue about what this means to them. Danielle.
Yes, Marvin Amani, when I spoke with the ACLU of Kentucky as well as the Kentucky Right to Life Association, they may have opposing views, but they both use the same word. That was emotional. Today has emotional ramifications for women in Kentucky.
And our client, EMW Women's Surgical Center, has closed its doors as of this morning.
The ACLU of Kentucky says this decision to overturn Roe v. Wade is, quote, a forced pregnancy by the government.
This is not about babies. If it was about babies, we would have universal health care. We would have universal pre-K.
And if anyone has an abortion scheduled,
their appointments will have been canceled.
Cooper says outlawing abortions only prevents women from having safe abortions.
People will attempt to self-manage. People will travel out of state. People will do dangerous things. Wealthy people will always have access to abortion. The people who are going to be most affected are folks who are already disproportionately affected, people who live in poverty, communities of color.
The pro-life organization, the Kentucky Right to Life, says they are feeling joyful and now have an opportunity to change the narrative.
For 50 years, we have wept for the 64 million lives that have been lost to abortion.
Adia Wushner said for the past 50 years, Roe v. Wade has placed women at opposition to their unborn children.
This thought that a child, a life, is a barrier to a future.
And in Kentucky alone since 1973.
296,000 abortions in the last 50 years in the Commonwealth. That number equals 9.1 elementary schools filled of children in Kentucky a year were eliminated.
Now today's Supreme Court decision has kicked it back to the state, where both parties are getting ready to galvanize their efforts as early as next week.
We'll be filing a suit in state court as early as next week.
It continues. We'll be in court on Monday on House Bill 3 in Frankfort.
I also spoke with the Kentucky Religious Coalition for Reproductive Choice about the resources that are still going to be available to women who had abortions scheduled, but those are now null and void. So stick around with us. That news report is coming up at 7 o'clock. But for now, live in Lexington, Danielle Miskell, Fox 56 News.